A melted chocolate bar in one man's pocket led to the device in your kitchen right now. A moment of clumsiness gave millions of people a working heart. A dropped flask saved countless lives on the road. And a glue that engineers hated ended up saving soldiers on the battlefield.
The greatest inventions in history are supposed to come from genius. Many came from mistakes.
Tonight, 5 accidents that changed the world and the people too curious to ignore them. Because the difference between a mess and a miracle is often just paying attention. Accident 1. The melted chocolate that cooked the future. 1945. Percy Spencer, a self-taught engineer, is testing radar equipment at a defense company. Spencer never finished grade school. He learned physics by taking machines apart. He's standing next to a magnetron, the tube that generates radar's microwaves. Then he notices something strange. The chocolate bar in his pocket has melted into goo. Anyone else shrugs and cleans their pants. Spencer gets curious. The next morning, he brings in popcorn kernels and holds them near the tube. They explode into popcorn across the lab. He has just made the first microwave popcorn. Next, an egg. It trembles, then bursts, splattering a colleague's face. Spencer realizes the microwaves are vibrating the water inside food, heating it from within. His company patents it. The first microwave oven is nearly 6 feet tall and weighs 750 pounds. Decades of shrinking later, it sits on your counter. Because one man wondered about a stain. Spencer earned 300 patents in his life and never got that grade school diploma. Accident 2. The wrong resistor that fixed the human heart. 1956. Wilson Greatbatch, an engineer in New York, is building a device to record heartbeats. He reaches into a box for a resistor to finish the circuit. He grabs the wrong one, completely the wrong size. He installs it anyway, and the circuit does something unexpected. It pulses, a steady electrical rhythm. Pulse, pause, pulse, exactly like a heartbeat. Greatbatch freezes. He isn't looking at a recording device anymore. At the time, pacemakers existed, but they were the size of televisions, plugged into walls. Patients were tethered to machines, and a power cut could kill them. Greatbatch had just stumbled onto a heartbeat small enough to fit inside a human body. He spent 2 years perfecting it in his barn, living on $2,000. In 1960, the first implantable pacemaker was placed in a 77-year-old man. He lived 18 more months. The next patients lived years, then decades. Today, the implantable pacemaker keeps millions of hearts beating. All of it began with an engineer reaching into the wrong box. Accident 3. The clumsy chemist who made roads survivable. 1903. Paris. Chemist Edouard Benedictus climbs a ladder in his lab and knocks a glass flask off a shelf. It falls, and he winces, waiting for it to shatter across the floor. But it doesn't shatter. It cracks and holds its shape, a spiderweb of lines, still in one piece. Confused, he checks the flask. It had held a plastic solution that evaporated, leaving a thin film inside. That invisible film had held the broken glass together. Benedictus files it away as a curiosity. Then, weeks later, he reads a newspaper. Car accidents are rising, and drivers are being horribly injured by shattering windshields. He remembers the flask. Glass that breaks, but doesn't fly apart. He spends day and night recreating it, and patents the first safety glass. At first, car makers ignore it to save money. Then, World War I arrives. His glass is used for gas mask lenses, and its life-saving power becomes undeniable. Every windshield today is built on the day a chemist dropped a flask and paid attention. Accident 4. The glue nobody wanted that healed the wounded. 1942. An engineer named Harry Coover is trying to make clear plastic gun sights for the war. He creates a batch of a chemical called cyanoacrylate. It's a disaster. It sticks to everything instantly and permanently, ruined equipment, useless for lenses. Coover throws it out and moves on. Project failed. 9 years later, working on jet canopies, his team runs into the sticky stuff again. This time, Coover looks closer. It bonds anything, needs no heat, no pressure, just a drop. He finally understands. The failure was the invention. He puts it on shelves as superglue. But the real twist comes in Vietnam. Medics on the battlefield are watching soldiers bleed out before they reach a hospital. So they start spraying a version of Coover's glue directly onto open wounds. It seals the bleeding in seconds and holds until surgeons can operate. It saves thousands of lives. A glue that was thrown away twice became a tool that pulled soldiers back from death. Accident 5. The mold that started the modern world of medicine. 1928, London. Alexander Fleming returns from vacation to a messy, forgotten lab. A stack of bacteria dishes sits by the window, contaminated and ruined. He almost tosses them all. Then one dish stops him. A blob of mold has grown on it. And around that mold, a clean ring where the bacteria are dead. Something in the mold is killing them. He names it after the mold, penicillin. Here's what makes it a true accident. A spore likely drifted up from a lab below. A freak cold snap. Then a warm spell. Let the mold and bacteria grow in the perfect order. If Fleming had washed his dishes, we might have waited decades for antibiotics. Even then, the world ignored it for over 10 years until war made it urgent. Today, antibiotics have saved an estimated 200 million lives from one unwashed dish. So, 5 accidents. What do they actually have in common? In every single story, the accident wasn't the rare part. Accidents happen constantly. The rare part was the person who refused to look away. Thousands walked past melted chocolate, cracked flasks, and moldy dishes and saw nothing. One person, each time, asked a single dangerous question. Wait, why did that happen? That question is the actual invention. The rest is just follow-through. And it means the next breakthrough might already be sitting in front of someone. Ignored. Maybe in a lab, maybe on a kitchen counter, maybe with you. So here's my question for you. What's a mistake in your life that accidentally turned into something good? Tell me in the comments. The best one gets pinned. And subscribe, because curiosity is the one habit that changes everything. The world isn't only built by geniuses, it's built by people who noticed.